LPE might just surprise Execration and take over their spot. LPE looking for a 2-0 win to really just hammer on that possibility that we are still alive and breathing here. Meanwhile, Execration, after finally breaking their 5-game lose streak last week, they're looking to be on the more positive side of that and get that win streak as we enter the Celestial Palace for game number 1 between Execration and LPE. Early game though, who do you see having the advantage over the objective fights?
Looking at the currently objective here, I'm currently in favor of LPE. They have a lot of bursts. They can also clear out the minion waves with the Jake the Dog using the Chang'e. Again, once they've reached the level 4, they can easily remove all those creep minions, or rather control the lane equilibrium in their favor, causing them to rotate much more faster. They have a lot of burst potential as well using Yaku's Granger. So looking at the early game fight, I think it will be in favor of LPE.
However, it will get to that awkward point wherein the burst, the magic damage that the Execration will finally get with their scaling on even the Farsa will start to be a problem for LPE. So LPE need to control it somewhat. They can't let Exa snowball too fast, but then at the same time, since it might be, as you said, a little bit too risky at the beginning, because LPE will just be able to body out Execration during the objective fights, they need to not give up so much as they're scaling.
That's true, because again, we're talking about high cooldowns here on the side of Execration. Yes, they can, well, the strength of this draft is more of a team fight oriented, but when it comes to pickoffs, yeah, I completely agree. It's all about the power spikes here for LPE. But right now, we're looking at more of a standard, more of a passive laning matches here, especially for the bottom lane. Jake the Dog already hit its level 3, and we're currently on a timer at level 4, because that's the point where we will see a lot of reactions and also rotations here for both teams.
Yeah, by the way, LPE is going to spot out Chaptu. He's going to try to use his second skill to get away from that. Execration is there to respond. KLVJ will be spotted out, but he will be so far safe. But I may have spoken too quickly there. He eats up a fair amount of damage and he'll be forced to go back. He's going to delay his rotation a bit. Execration have now been forced out of the turtle pit, and it seems like this first turtle will go to LPE.
Yep, no contest at all, since they're able to force back KLVJ, and it was also a nice attempt. A nice zoning Void Crystal there from Etomax, preventing any kind of approach or aggressiveness on the side of LPE. But as you mentioned earlier, the turtle will be taken by LPE.
And by the way, Jake the Dog, who just ate up a flame shot and a feathered airstrike there. E2 Max as well, being aggressive, really chasing out Jake the Dog right in the last second at the edge of real-world manipulation, able to take out the Uranus. But here comes now BMO on that mid-lane Lapu-Lapu, by the way, something that they flexed last week. Not going to be able to get a kill there. So Execration, they're trading. They lost the turtle, but because of the aggression of E2 Max and Kelra, so much coverage in that bottom lane, they were able to take out Ryota's Uranus.
Yep, that's true. And also with that flame shot, it shouldn't be enough damage if he didn't actually throw that flame shot. And also with the communication from Execration, they knew that, okay, once we've hit this level 4, we can take down at least one of the most valuable heroes for LPE, which is the Chang'e. You're preventing his level 4, but look at this, Arbs.
That's gonna be the ultimate. Imperial Justice committed there. Kelra takes so much, but look at that! The bird stuck in the cage, able to fly around inside just to avoid the damage from the meteor shower, as BMO's gonna spot out Chaknu, hitting him with the bravest fighter hits, but Chaknu will be able to get away. I like the aggression that both teams are showing early on.
I completely agree. We are starting to see the rotation of LPE as well, doing, or at least try to even it out on the bottom lane. But unfortunately, with the wings by wings from Keldra, he's able to get out of the map and prevent any kind of damage output from LPE, especially the meteor shower. So that was a nice attempt from Execration with the control.
And now it is going to be a pause called here. LPE have a slight lead in terms of the goal. They were able to get the first turtle. However, Execration, they're still fighting it close there, so it's not completely too far away. Now, come the late game, because I'm looking at the lineup of Execration and I'm saying, okay, you get really strong burst magic damage, but they don't have that marksman. They don't have the Granger. Is the Barretts going to be enough to hold come the late game to stop the damage onslaught that will eventually come out from LPE?
Well, for the side of Execration, I think when it comes to late game, they will be in a much more favorable spot. Well, when it comes to the 20-minute mark, when it comes to the timers, again, that setup is really a big thing for Execration to win those fights. Again, we're talking about the death timers. We're talking about the amount of damage you can dish out, especially for the magic damage. Because again, you're up to a Granger, so more of a glass cannon hero. If he misses position, that is really punishable, especially it is easier for the side of Execration with that.
Yeah, LPE will have to help out Yaku here, positioning really well, considering how there is, come the late game, or all throughout, that Hayabusa is going to be looking for Granger. It's going to be Kel-VJ hunting down Yaku, because if you take out Yaku, you lessen the threat of the LPE lineup by a really good amount, as that was a Chromatic Lance landing onto Chakno in the bottom lane. But right now we're looking at the top as Ryota, once again Kel-VJ and the roaming E2max trying to hunt him down. Let's see if Ryota is going to be able to survive this. He is a Uranus after all. Look at that, Consecration already committed. Renzo is going to be coming in as well, as a Shadow Kill is committed along with the real world manipulation. And somehow, with the Cyclone Eye and the movement speed provided from Consecration, Ryota survives and gets away.
He even pops the Purify just to prevent any, or that stun, or that immobilize at the very edge of the real world manipulation. But it's time for Execration to take down this second turtle.
And they're going to be trading things out here. Execration now, once again, going to be focusing on the bottom lane. They'll be able to push the tower down bottom. Or, excuse me, it's LPE who pushes the tower down bottom, and it's Execration who gets turtle this time around. They're not going to be able to cash out Ryota. He's still going to be able to, or I spoke too soon. The Fatal Links connects, and eventually they take down the Light Construct. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Renzo taking a lot of damage from Jake the Dog. He gets the eat and the flicker into the tower, so he's going to survive this somehow. He's still fighting. He might be able to get a kill onto Arves, but Arves with the shield, he'll be able to survive. Great outplay there by Renzo to hold on.
Nice attempt from LP to take down again Renzo, but unfortunately that is a very tanky max big guy stacks on this Barrett. And you've seen he even absorbs all of the damage, or most of the meteor shower damage, but is really resilient. He's really tanky right now. But even though it's a very tight spot for Execration, since their bottom lane has been, or their tier 1 bottom lane has been destroyed, so Renzo, the best thing that he can do right now is to cut on the waves and force the rest of Execration to go to the bottom lane, and that is exactly what they're doing right now.
It's going to be a 4-man gang down bottom. Meanwhile, Keller spots out Jake the Dog, almost burning him down. Jake the Dog with the second skill shield, able to survive. It's going to be another cage. The Imperial Justice along with the Meteor Shower not going to be enough to take down Keller. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Execration finds another win, and they are able to take down Ryota. Meanwhile, Keller trying to hold on for dear life, but he gets taken out. Trades all around the map, but Bebo has also fallen. Execration got the kill down bottom, but because they didn't have the minion wave just yet, they didn't decide to push it. They said, you know what, let's let the minion get their paycheck today. They're going to be the ones to push that out. Both first tier towers in the side lanes have now been broken. Execration finds another pick off there on 2 Arves this time around, and the Sylvana goes down. Meteor shower from Jake the Dog. Look at that, Renzo just choking, or not choking, but he's gobbling it all up without a problem. I made up like a nice fine cut of dinosaur meat. Go ahead, season me, but it's going to be all right with me. Renzo, look at that, the max big guy stacks that you mentioned earlier. He's really becoming the frontline wall or sponge for Execration.
Exactly, and they have 2 sponges for this draft. We have Chapnu onto that Atlas and also Renzo. So this is the main reason why that you don't really need to go for marksman, because again, if you will go for this kind,
and that is going to be a fight. Sorry to cut you off there, TDZ. As Sylvana takes out the Barrets. That's going to be the turtle taken away by Kel-VJ. The shadow kill gives him 2 kills. However, one of those kills went to Eve. Actually, Bimo and Jake the Dog need to get on out of there. It's only 3 members of LPE left in the map. Ryota was split pushing the top lane, while Execration got the turtle, got the kills, and they have their eyes set on this middle tower. Chaknu does not have his, he does have his Fatal Links, so LPE have to be careful here. Bimo goes in. Let's see if Chaknu will be committing that Fatal Links. Will he? No, he won't just yet. Look at the counterplay by LPE. Jake the Dog with a meteor shower like Salt Bay, sprinkling the seasoning onto Execration, takes out E2max and Chaknu.
Nice attempt from LPE, and it was a very successful defense, because if LPE weren't able to take down 2 members of Execration, that will be another tier 2 tower takedown, and they really need to get that tier 2 turret, because again, you're up against, you have a draft who needs a buff really badly. But look at this, Arb's bottom lane, Deton is welcome.
Renjo's going to try to hold on, Detonus welcome to heal up, and by time Chaknu is not going to be able to get there just in time, as LPE with another aggressive rotation, balancing things out. Chaknu spotting out the members of LPE. He has his Fatal Links. He's going for Jake the Dog, but Jake the Dog already forced to use the flicker to get away. E2max Void Crystal to cover the escape of Chaknu, but the Meteor Shower is making it hard for him. Look at that, Bimo with a follow-up, and they'll be able to take him down Jake the Dog playing like a certain tall caster I know, playing that Chang'e, just using the meteor shower whenever he wants.
What a play there. Nice angle from Jake the Dog here. Able to secure, even though the Chaknu is a really tanky hero, but he went for a support emblem. So not that much additional HP coming from the stats of that emblem, but they're actually respecting that, yeah, it's okay. You have your pull yourself together. Your death timer will be reduced. You can just go ahead and, at least zone out, provide information for the rest of Execration how we will engage it. But when Chaknu saw that, yeah, there's really no way, the flicker has been forced out for Jake the Dog, so the best thing that I can do is to escape. But that is a nice turnaround.
Another fight, and it's going to be engaged by Arms into the back line of Execration, and committing the Imperial Justice. Granger able to take out the Atlas already. Kel-VJ using the Shadow Clone to get away from the damage of Bimo. LPE looks like they're winning this fight, as there's already one member of Execration down. Execration are falling one by one. Chaknu, Itumax, Rengio down for the count. Bimo with just a sliver of health, a tickle away from being taken out. LPE win that fight.
Great opportunity for Execration earlier, but unfortunately, they're on to that choke point. But look at Ryota right now, just zoning Kellera out, forced to use, or forced to cancel his ultimate. But then again, what I was trying to say, it was a choke point on the side of Execration. There's not that much damage because the rest of Execration were not that ready. Yes, there is the real world manipulation, but the Feather Strike, the Feather Airstrike is not there. Maybe if there is a Feather Airstrike, it will be a different scenario. But LP now moving forward, trying to get those, or at least prevent any kind of initiation.
Chaknu with the stun, gets a fatal lynch. Execration is going to follow up. They take it out. Jake the Dog. That's going to be a kill for Kel-VJ, but Kel-VJ gets shot down by that. Lapu Lapu, LPE fighting this out, but it is a numbers advantage for Execration. But Yaku able to free hit right now. That's going to be Bimo going down. Chaknu's still alive. He gets away. Execration LPE still fighting this. Look at that. Yaku still fighting with every inch of his life, but he finally gets taken down there by Renjo. That is 3 members of LPE out in that fight. Renjo looking for another, chasing after Arms, gets the triple kill with his Barrett, and with that, Ryota is the last man standing for LPE.
A nice shuffle of, or a nice exchange of skills there, especially on that middle lane fight. We've seen Chaknu able to escape again and then return back with another ultimate. But unfortunately, the rest of Execration, the rest of LPE already used almost all of their ultimates, and the damage still not enough. Execration, both tanks, Renjo and Chaknu, absorb most of the damage, and also Renjo with the Sky Guardian helmet, he will just soak all the damage right there. And when Execration knew that almost all of their skills from LP has been used, it's time for us to go back. Also, Kel-VJ, 413 on his KDA. I think I saw a BOD earlier, if I'm not mistaken, and that's a lot of damage here on the side of Execration. So LPE, especially the back line, it's Jake the Dog, and also Yaku needs to keep an eye on their positioning, because just one shadow kill is enough for them to take him down.
Yeah, Itumax just picked up the Necklace of Durance as well, gonna help with the regen that LPE has on their side. Meanwhile, Kellera already has the Clock of Destiny, Lightning Crunching, and the Holy Crystal as well. So this Geometry Bomb is starting to look like more of a threat for LPE to deal with. However, it is still very, very close in the goal. So right now, it just seems like it is down to the timing of the skills. When Execration will pop their geometry combo, but right now it's gonna be Chaknu getting popped right here. He gets taken out by LPE, hunted down. Kellera's Feathered Airstrike will not be enough. Take him down. Winter Truncheon already picked up by Jake the Dog, so that's another thing Execration has to be careful of. If they dive or commit too much on that Chang'e, it might be on for nothing. Meanwhile, Renjo taking so much damage. Desmond's welcome. He's gonna get committed. He's healing through it. Look at that in the back line. Kel-VJ able to take one out. The Winter Truncheon comes in big with a burst damage from the King. Takes out Chang'e. Arts getting chased here. Could be a triple kill here for Kel-VJ. If he can chase down Arts, he's gonna go for the chase. Meanwhile, the rest of Execration trying to deal with the annoying Ryota in the back line. He takes down Arms. He goes back with the clone. Ryota's still fighting and holding on. Here comes Bimo. He's the last man standing though. This looks like a bad fight to take, and it is Wipeout. Execration find a massive lead.
Kel-VJ every single time just quad shadowing away, and we mentioned what are the things that needs to be done. You need to take down Jake the Dog and Yaku, and the rest is history. Because the reason why I said that is they don't have that much damage, and these two heroes from LPE, these are the keys. They are the key to for them to win up against any kind of skirmishes against against Execration. But look at the damage here. BOD has just picked up by KelVJ. That's the perfect timing as well. Heptaseas, and then an endless battle. So he prioritized the endless battle first, so he will get the true damage every single time that he uses that skill, and that helped him secure the kill against LPE. And Execration, the form is really good right now. They can feel it. 42k, 42.6k net worth against a 40k net worth for LPE. So at least one core item in favor of Execration. But look at Execration here. They're just hiding inside the brush, going for a surprise attack. They knew that LPE will try to defend their base or defend against the low. But look at Chaknu here.
For Chaknu, he might be able to get a big fatal least. He gets two. LPE are going to try to defend this Execration. Oh, they're too late in there in the follow-up. But he says, you know what? We're not late. We arrived just in time. BMO gets deleted by Execration as they're marching down the mid lane with the Lord. LPE trying to hold on here. Bottom lane turret already destroyed. Now let's see what's going to happen. KelVJ, the damage to the back line. Look at that. The real world manipulation. Way too much to handle for LPE. That's going to be someone getting gobbled up. It is Arms taking out Ryota. Even he eats up a lot of damage. KelVJ chasing after Chaknu. Look at the damage from that shadow kill. He gets split between himself and Ryota. He's not going to be able to land the killing blow onto Yaku. But that's KelVJ able to get away. Execration has a massive lead here, and they might be able to win game number 1. Yaku holding on. Yaku trying to survive. Here comes Pimo, but it's not going to be enough. Execration win game number 1, as this winning moment is brought to you by Oppo A94.
What a missile expert there from Renzio, controlling the grounds, controlling the team fight every single time, and also soaking most of the damage out from LPE. But one of the things that I've noticed there is the real world manipulation